What's up, Ellie? It's super stupid time.
It is super stupid time.
Yes, it is.
How's everybody doing? We have baby Deadpool.
We do have, dude. That's
Thanks to Eric. I still want the Wolverine Uzi.
So where'd you get that?
The Regal down the street. It's like
Did you
it was
just-
like 8 minutes away.
Did you just decide to go in there and see if they had it? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
so I checked Reddit and I was like, okay, when is it released? Like, I need to know.
What happened when you asked for 4?
So I walked up and I was talking to the dude and he's like, I was like, can I just buy this without having to buy a ticket? He goes, yeah. And I was
He's like, I don't give a shit.
okay. I was like, how many can I buy? Is there a limit? He goes, what's your bank account say? And I was like,
Good
so
answer.
there's no limit. Okay, cool.
Sir.
All right.
That's a
and I
good
was like,
answer.
well, let me at least get 2 for right now. I was like, 1 for me, 1 for the studio. You gotta have 1 for the studio.
Obviously, duh.
And then I hit the boys and the lady up, and I was like, hey, I was like, yo, they got this in stock right now. Are you trying to pull it off?
Yeah, how
There's a
is it?
button on the left side. Push that, and then it lifts.
Wow. The parents don't know
the
how to
drink
operate a
goes
baby
in
seat.
here. For audio listeners, it's baby Deadpool sitting in a chair.
I feel like it's easier to find the
How do you-
popcorn bucket
Yeah, the
than
popcorn's
the
just got a
drink.
flap.
Yeah.
And you didn't know
what's
that there
funny
was
is
a
he
popcorn.
didn't know about the popcorn
It
thing.
spins like a
It
flask.
spins?
Okay, so that's how you fill it up. So
It's like a flask.
So it's like a canteen, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, we really do. Like, at the end of the day, we should just go divvy up to different theaters because
Yeah.
they've made multiple of these.
Oh, they had everything. I just didn't know. I just saw the
I
baby
know,
Deadpool, and I was
I-
like, I'm buying
No,
this.
they
That's
didn't.
it.
They didn't have the Wolverine Uzi.
They may have.
No shot. You would have noticed.
Yeah. Those are pretty.
I only saw that. My eyes saw baby Deadpool, and I was like, "That's who I'm buying."
No, this is awesome.
Because
I love that
you have
thing.
to put in the right side first, and then slot in the one on the other side. Put in the other side.
Because like you probably
go.
can't tell on camera all that well, but it has like the actual like
fabric.
like fabric
Yeah.
feel and look
quality.
of Deadpool's suit, which is awesome to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just pet him. He's our son.
I'm just, dude, I'm just waiting for that thing to like
Jump
goo goo
out.
gaga. Yeah. Like this is like the start of a horror movie. Like lightning strikes the house, and then the eyes glow a little bit, and then you just start hear pitter patter, like on the
True.
Like you hear like when Rigby's running on regular show, like you just
we
hear that
should
across
see
the
how
floor.
much it costs to get a life-size version of this, and then just put it in that empty chair for when somebody's not here.
Or hear me out. We get one for Maeve. And it just
me out.
we
Get
just heard
Maeve have a
She's his
Deadpool
best,
Hear me
best
out.
friend.
No.
Get her a Deadpool suit.
And
that
we
would
get-
be awesome.
and
Deadpool suit.
and
Yeah.
we give her
You-
the swords and the gun.
I
real ones.
don't think
Real
she
ones.
needs either of those.
I don't know. She's gonna be a.
But it is almost Halloween.
No, she's getting
Oh
hyped,
my
bro.
God.
So I bought her all these little people, right? Those things I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
They're like these little toy. For
Oh, yeah,
people that
or the
don't
Ninja
know.
Turtle ones you
They're like,
sent me
yeah,
or
they're little
whatever.
ones. I'll pull up the Ninja Turtle
I think
ones
I have a
just for
video
visual.
of all the ones that he ended up getting her.
Ninja Turtles, little people.
It's just the way you say that makes it sound like it's just going to be like
So these.
like the lollipop guild of.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
This is not the one I showed you. This is the one I showed you. But
Yeah,
they're just,
no, that's
they're
the one
just-
I wanted anyway,
They're just
the
little
comic book
characters,
ones.
and
But
like
that's
there's
the
a bunch of
collector
stuff.
set.
Right. So I got her a bunch. Right.
Hell
So
yeah.
I got her the Avatar little people. Right. So I got
that's cute.
she's got the squad. I got
And
her.
game.
A couple like
Batman.
Disney princesses. I
got
got
the
her these
Batcave.
Batman. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Batcave is right there. It's the first one.
Yeah. So I
So,
got her this, and this is her favorite. She loves the cars.
cars, yeah.
She's just like all about the Joker and Batman. She's always like hanging out playing with them.
She loves the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it,
But they
like,
have
you
them for,
push
like,
a button
everybody.
and it like goes up.
So seeing the Ang gang there,
Yeah.
did you know that it's more or less kind
The
of
Office.
like according to like the books after?
Oh yeah, and this one I got.
and all the other stuff that like Sokka
yeah.
actually didn't really end up with Suki.
What?
That's
yeah,
depressing.
like she like went back and like was like part of the Kyoshi Warriors or whatever like that. And there's like so apparently one of the books is like kind of like Aang knowing he is dying.
Okay.
And he's like going through and kind of like writing like his last bit of stories to like Tenzin and like the kids and stuff like that, right? And what it is like Suki's not really ever mentioned outside of like what her job is. Like she's not mentioned with Sokka or that they're together. But what's funny is every time that Toph talks, she mentions that Sokka is in the room with her almost.
You know what?
Yeah.
That did happen a lot.
And you also don't know who Toph's children's father is.
Bro, I would kill for Brie to watch Avatar. I just know it's
Oh
not
my
gonna
dude,
happen.
I would rewatch Avatar again so quick.
That was my testing show when I was testing the treadmill stuff.
No, like, and I watched you test it, and I just.
How do you just have no interest?
I literally stood in the hallway watching Avatar.
Yeah,
do you know
bro.
anything about Avatar?
Yeah.
That was the
do you
moment
know
where
about it?
I realized.
Ask him. I've talked about
No,
Avatar with him
no.
before.
I'm asking you. What do you know about Avatar?
I don't like this.
I'm just asking. What do you know
like I'm
about
being put on the
Avatar?
spot here.
It's okay to say, you know.
Actually, yesterday, I think I did put episode 1 on for Maeve. She had no interest.
Yeah, that
so
makes
I
sense.
turned it off.
She's a little
pretty
younger.
quick.
She's a little young for that.
But I mean, I've made all of the stickers for
Yeah.
the show.
Oh, yeah.
Just remember, I
So
know the characters' names.
You know about the stickers, but like, do you know?
Me and him have had an extensive conversation on about what the Avatar is.
So you know the first
is that
5
thing gonna be
minutes of the
drama?
show, basically.
Yes.
That's literally the
Basically.
first 5 minutes of the show is just what the
let's
Avatar
put it this way.
is.
When I was talking about Korra and I mentioned about her being the Avatar, she was very confused. She was like, I thought Aang was the Avatar.
So, also another theory that, like.
What? What's the judgment?
Yeah, no, you want to.
No,
but-
there's just a lot of judgment.
Let me add in
reeking
here.
From this
So
area.
after watching those first few episodes, you know what? We were wrong. The internet was right. I didn't realize how much they interweaved Sokka being sexist into the story.
No, it's a huge part of the
It's
story.
a huge part.
He gets fucking shit on every few minutes in those
yeah.
first few episodes
Yeah.
of her just like beating his ass. Bro, like she had to, he like tossed his ripped pants to sew and she was like, nope,
Yeah.
fuck you,
Don't-
sexist piece of shit.
don't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big part, which is kind of a shame.
Well,
it's-
because I
it's-
remembered the parts, but it wasn't until
Well,
having
it's
it
so
on
easy.
again that I realized how frequently it
In
happened.
your defense, though, the internet is not well known for using sexism as an excuse. Well,
No, generally it's not
Yeah.
actually warranted.
yeah, usually it's a dog whistle. It's
That's
so,
that's brave of you guys to say as men.
You're
all right?
welcome.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome for being
I'm
men.
here- I'm here
we
for-
we set up this patriarchal
You
world.
guys, you guys know what sexism is.
Setting it down.
I'm fully here for women's rights and women's wrongs.
I support women
like,
on both sides.
I like both.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they're right and they're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though they're never wrong, but when
Yeah.
they're right, I am
At
support
least you
them.
recognize
He's aware of that.
it.
Yeah.
I'm the one that said it first. Why are you looking at
Wait,
him?
no, he said women are never wrong.
Yeah. He's asking.
I said I
right
know.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't say that.
He's an ass kiss. Yeah.
I am.
Unbelievable.
It's
I
true.
can't. Yeah. No,
He just
you're
wants to appeal to the women
You're
that
just.
have
You're
McGrath.
just.
That's
you're
like when he
just-
goes on a 15, 20-minute tirade of how bad Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. was, just for him to be like, 10 out of 10. It was awesome.
It was a 10 out of
Fantastic.
10, bro.
Loved it.
Okay. Even my dinosaurs agree. It was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Even your
It was
dinosaurs
Dino
agree.
Mike.
Yeah.
He's really all about his dino shirt.
Damn right.
I like his dino shirt.
It's
you
nice,
you
dude.
look very handsome.
Thanks, man. It's
I wasn't
nice. It
saying
came
that
in the
ne-
Amazon.
Wow.
You
know
need
what?
to-
Wow.
are
I
you-
can't believe
Are
this.
you
My
good
man right
today?
here is looking svelte, and you are giving him no credit.
I feel like you're a little sensitive today.
Did you just
Are you
do
on your-
that?
are you
You're the
on your
one.
man
What was
period?
it called? My
Are you
I
on
don't
your
know a blanket
Are you on
here.
your luteal face?
It works. This is what we just have to do.
Yes.
Just keep
Yes.
it on you at all times.
That's why I'm wearing my red pants today.
He's in
Yeah.
his luteal face.
Yeah, I mean, like, what is it again?
Luteal face.
Luteal?
Luteal.
Oh, luteal.
Luteal.
Oh,
That is
okay.
what I
At first,
said.
I thought you were saying luneal,
right.
and I was like, "Wait, is it deal with the moon?"
I need your guys' opinion on something.
Sure.
So, me and Brie have been watching Vampire Diaries, all right?
Uh-huh.
And it popped the fuck off last night.
Oh no.
Okay. So, what I want to ask you a question, I'm going to give you some vampire lore, and then I want to know
Sure.
your scenario of how you would handle this.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh god,
Now-
I'm so excited for this.
Now-
I literally have the hoodie for this.
Yeah. So now let's remember too, right? That we've talked before that there are guns that have been used in this
Yes,
show,
that you said they shoot wood bullets.
wooden bullets, right? So these exist.
Which is
It's-
something I've thought of as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a southern
So-
thing or if
it's only been used
thing.
once, right? But so far they do exist. People have them. They've been used in the past. So we get to a point where one of the vampire brothers gets kidnapped, okay, by a group of vampires.
Yeah, I didn't know that was brothers.
Yeah.
So is it about two
It's
brothers?
two brothers.
What do you think it was about?
It is
What do you think it was?
Do they have a car too?
Yeah, and the Spanish,
technically, there
and
was
the
a car.
Spanish vampire.
They
Armada.
don't generally use the cars that much. But so there's two brothers, right? very opposite
Do
sides.
they carry
of the
on
spectrum.
their wayward sons?
They don't get along that great. You know, it's kind of like,
Okay.
hey, we're immortal vampires. We're stuck with each other, but I fucking hate
160
you.
something years old.
Yeah.
It's not even that long. It sounds like they're drama.
They've. I think they became vampires in like 1860
Yeah.
something.
Ooh, that's
So-
a
I know
bad.
vampires
That's a rough
from like
decade.
the thousands, like the 1000 AD.
No, we're
okay? What are
talking,
we
a couple
about?
hundred,
Couple
whatever.
hundred
Did-
years
They're
old.
So-
still young. In
Did,
the grand scheme of
did they
things.
get like the gangrene in the Civil War and
Probably.
I think
Probably.
Dean was a. He was.
Wait,
But did
I
he
think-
fight
was
for the
he part of
Confederates? all?
did she say Dean?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Is the other one Sam?
Yeah, is there a
No.
Sam?
No, it's
Oh.
Stefan.
Different person.
Ugh.
So starts with
Stefan
an
is-
F.
Stefan and
Don't worry.
Damon.
We feel the same way about
Yeah.
Stefan.
I feel like
okay?
Stefan would like call up room service for some etouffee. But anyway.
Stefan, yeah,
He
he's
would.
definitely not my favorite. Damon's the best character. in the
Okay.
show.
Damon
Is that the guy I had on my dick blanket?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's your dick blanket guy.
What'd you
Nice.
call him?
Damien?
Damien.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
So,
I said Dean, I meant Damon,
Stefan
yeah.
gets kidnapped, right? Fuck it, spoilers, who cares?
Dante?
Yeah.
Dante.
And he's, there's a bunch of vampires in this house who were
House
just let
vampire
out of a
would be Dante.
tomb. All right.
Okay, say that again. There was vampires
A
in
bunch
tomb.
of vampires were let out of a tomb, so now they're back.
Just
They're
one
in the
tomb?
house.
After how many years?
100.
Wait, so
50
these
years.
vampires were living in the tomb this entire time?
Yes.
But they were.
Not all of them.
They didn't have any blood resource, so
Yeah.
they were like
Sleepy heads.
Essentially.
They were
yeah.
just
Yeah.
basically drained of energy. Like they just. Were
So-
Is that what
So-
happens to a vampire? They
Yeah.
just-
Kind of, yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah.
basically, they're mad because Stefan may have been involved in the reason why they're in this tomb. So they kidnap him and they're doing the torture thing, right? And
because they don't die.
yeah, and Damon goes to stroll up to fuck shit up, but he can't get in the house. Reason he can't get in the house, you
gotta be invited.
You have to be invited in.
Yes.
right. So now this has been a
Can
plot
they
point.
cross lakes or streams? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't.
We have not
I
gotten
think
there
it's
yet,
like running
so I
water
couldn't
or
tell
something
you.
like that.
Don't know. No idea.
Because they have to be if they have to be let into the house. The second you said that, I was like, yeah, they
I think
can't
that's
cross
very
like running
specific.
water or
Yeah,
something
I've
like
heard
that.
that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
At least not yet.
Is it garlic?
But
Is also part of this world?
Who?
garlic? I don't think so.
Who?
No.
No, I don't think
Garlic Jr.
Garlic Jr.
Yeah.
coming in. Okay, so
no, I
it's
think
literally just they have to be invited in. Okay,
I
so
think they already
okay.
said garlic was a lie.
Yeah.
When
So
he was talking about
So, they
vampires.
have to be invited in, so he can't get in, right? So he has to go get, this dude that, long story, magic ring, a mortal magic ring. Doesn't matter.
It does
pretty sure
kind
that's
of
the-
matter.
Not
Wait,
for
what?
them.
I'm
Not
pretty
for-
sure
not
that's
for the
actually the
story.
premise of Angel. So like
Maybe,
I'm not gonna razz it too
Not
hard.
important. So he needs somebody who can get into the
He's a
house,
human.
right? That no longer needs to be invited in, so that they can get her out and try and figure out a solution. So he goes in, right? He finds the lady, the owner of the house, who's being compelled by the vampires. Basically, they can control them and make them do whatever.
She's got just bites covering
All
her
over.
whole body.
Because she's like, yes, master. Like, whatever. Like, because they just control the
Yeah,
shit out of
yeah,
her.
yeah.
So he
Blood
has her
skank.
go outside, right? This woman steps outside. Damon instantly fucking snaps her neck, walks in the door because now she's dead, so he can now walk in. Now tell me, if you're a vampire, right, who you can't get into places unless you're invited in, or unless the owner of the house is dead, would you not just have a gun at you at all times? He could have domed her.
That's true.
And even the vampires, I was saying, why not have the wooden bullet gun?
Less fun.
Because he could have shot the vampires inside, but he couldn't go inside because he wasn't invited.
Less fun.
So wait, you said she went outside and that's where he killed her?
Yeah, basically
So
the
what
human.
if
on
the
her front
body's
porch.
still inside the house? Would that be
No,
like-
so
she's dead.
he can't cross at all. Like the human guy
Yeah.
had to bring her outside essentially so that he could do it. But once she died, he was able to walk right
it was
in.
But that's
only
what I'm
living
saying.
people.
Yeah,
that's
living-
what I'm saying.
living people.
So yeah, well, that's why I was wondering. Like, is the lore like if they die inside the house, they're still protected by the house?
I don't think
No.
so because he said
Okay.
living.
No, it's
Sure.
only for living.
Okay.
Yeah.
living
Yeah.
Does the sun
owners.
hurt them?
Well, that's the.
Is
The
that
sun?
a thing?
It
Is
does.
that's a thing?
Without
The sun-
magic
okay, so
ring.
the
Without
sun-
the magic ring.
Wait, so the magic ring allows them to
This
be?
is a
There's
different
two
magic
different
rings.
magic rings so far. The lore runs deep,
Legend
my
of
dude.
Zelda. What
the
Yeah, the
Wait,
lore
wait.
runs deep.
Wait. So one magic
but-
ring allows them to be in the sun. What's the other magic ring do?
Gives that
he's-
guy-
He's like immortal.
Like when
I
he's
thought they were
died,
already
then he's
immortal,
come
they're
back to life.
Yeah,
vampires.
they're
No,
he's
no,
a
this
human.
guy's
He's
a human.
He's a human.
But he has this. We haven't
so it
learned
makes
much
him a
about the ring.
vampire, or it
Yeah.
makes
His
him
No.
wife was killed by a vampire.
Immortal?
His wife is a vampire.
So he's
Wait,
like,
wait, what
Remember?
the?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Wait a second.
wait. Okay, so
Forgot about that.
so he's a human.
We just learned that.
So he's a human, But the ring makes him a vampire?
No, the ring makes him
just-
immortal.
yeah.
He can't
That's all
die.
it does.
He can't die if the ring's on.
What if they just like?
Well, he does die,
what-
but he comes back.
So,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So, scenario here. What if Mans is impaled and then they pull the ring off,
Then he dies.
Well, then he dies. Yeah.
but then they put the ring back on?
I think if he has not died yet,
Is it just a light
Yeah,
switch?
No,
Yeah.
I think
fucked up.
I think he has
I'm gonna
to
do this until you die, motherfucker.
Yeah, you like that, big dog? You like me doing this to you?
I think he has to die with the ring on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand, but
Sure.
yeah. But
We've
tell me,
seen his
you
neck
would
get
not? Would you
snapped.
not be strapped at all times?
No, okay, so wait, was the brother inside the house that was getting tortured?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Damon being strapped
Yes.
or Alaric?
Damon
being
should just
strapped?
have a gun on him at all times.
Or, and hear me out,
Or
you
what is
just
gun?
blow up the house if you're like, if it's like not the
Well,
case where
because
like,
Stefan's
his
inside.
brother's
But
inside.
Stefan's a vampire.
But they
finished-
get burned alive.
But
they die.
what
fire
I'm
hurts them
saying
too?
is, if there's just
Like
vampires,
decapitation,
if there's
stakes.
vampires in
Decapitation,
the
I don't think
house,
kills them.
and your brother's not in there, and there's just vampires in the house you want to kill with a human, yeah, just throw a stick
Actually,
of dynamite
wait.
through that bitch. Fuck it.
But his brother
Yeah.
is in there.
It's a hypothetical, man.
But I'm just saying, you could just get a house. Pop,
so
pop.
what if
Yeah,
you use a
my house now.
flashbang? What happens to a vampire if you flashbang?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because it's
question.
light, right? Like
it's not
I
sunlight.
would assume that would.
well, they can
I
they
don't
can have the
know.
lights
It's
on.
just,
them.
it's
Yeah,
just,
I mean, they're allowed to use electricity, man.
Amish vampire. We're raising the coven tomorrow, Jebediah.
Well, that's what I keep wondering is like, is this why he's not using the gun? Because he's like from the 1800s? I don't need
Amish
I'm a big
vampire
man.
waking up at sunset to feed the crops.
Like, even as a vampire, wouldn't it be
Amish
helpful to have a
dude.
vampire gun?
No, he
Just pop.
Yeah, I
One
mean-
bullet, you're dead.
It's
Congratulations,
probably just
vampire.
extra weight.
Well,
Pistol?
Yeah.
He's
He
a
likes to
vampire. Ain't he
break
really
necks.
strong?
Yeah, he
likes
is.
to
He can throw
break
cars.
necks.
so
He can throw cars?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like superhuman strength.
so yeah, I would just feel like, why would I want to carry a gun around me then?
Or exactly.
If I
But,
could-
To help with getting into houses.
Well,
he
yeah,
has
but, like-
Alaric with him that has a gun.
Let me put it this way, right?
But he hates Alaric.
Do you agree that the shark is an apex predator?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the shark use the stingray stinger? at any
Because the
point in
shark
time?
is not smart enough to do that.
Because the government hides them from us. That
That's true. That's true.
We've talked about this.
Do you
That
know
is an
what-
early
do you
They're
know what would
building
happen
weapons
to
of
the
mass
flat Earth?
destruction.
Okay. The second the sharks use the stingray, it's over. We'll become a globe.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Okay, like you can't, like the apex predator, like they're already apex. They don't need anything else.
So you
right?
think it's a pride thing?
yeah. I mean,
Well,
it-
of course. It's
Well,
Damon.
that's why I got to get you guys to watch Buffy. God, I love Buffy so much. But like, that's why I love like in that same kind of regard to like the pride of it all. That's like where have you ever watched Buffy?
No.
You would. I feel like you would actually
Probably.
dig on it. But like vampires don't hunt on Halloween, even though like everybody's out partying and stuff like that.
We had a Halloween
And,
episode,
and they finally were like,
I think.
I think what's funny is I think they said the same thing
I think
in
they said the
Vampire
same
Diaries.
thing
Yeah,
in that
where
show.
somebody mentioned it and it was like, no, it's tacky.
yeah, it's just tacky. It's like, bro, like
Yeah.
like they're dressed like us. It's just kind of gross. Like we don't want no part of that. And so it's like the one night a year where like people are like completely safe, even though like everyone's out on the street.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I always like thought that was like a decent touch, and it actually just at least shows that to some extent they do have got a moral compass.
There's also witches in the show.
Wait, there's witches in the show, so there's everything in this world. then.
What, I
Well,
don't know yet.
so
I'm
far-
waiting for
wait,
it.
what species of
We got an immortal
mythical
ring,
beast do you have?
Which we
there?
haven't seen any yet. So far as we have vampires, witches, and dude with a mortal ring.
Okay, did the witch make
Whose
the immortal
wife
ring?
became a
I don't know.
vampire and
Probably.
left him, and he thought that Damon killed her because he saw her like
Oh, so she's
biting
running
his
around.
neck, biting her
Yeah.
neck, and then thought that he had killed his wife, which is why he hated Damon all this time. And then to come to find out,
she just sucking
no,
some
she
other dude.
asked me
Oh,
to
yeah,
turn
bro.
her.
So
So now she's somewhere.
She's
if
sucking
he has
everything.
the immortal
Yeah.
ring, does he age?
No, he's immortal.
I would
It's a
assume
good
not.
question. We literally just found out about this ring.
Yeah, we
I
haven't
have
finished
so many
season 1
questions.
yet.
So have you
about this.
watched all the show?
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
know-
She
I
doesn't
know.
remember shit, bro. She doesn't remember shit.
remember
She's
from-
over there gasping more than I am during this goddamn
I
show.
remember season 4 on because season 4 was my favorite season. Everything else before that, I kind of just. There's so much death. There's
Yeah.
just people dying.
Carnage. Bro,
left
bro,
and right.
bro, there was like 15 vampires in this fucking house. Like,
That's
homie
yeah.
came in just stakes the dude through the heart instantly, like turns on the blender and the
Wait, there's
radio real
vampire
quick.
hunters in the show too?
Well, it was the
Alaric is a
bad.
vampire
Yeah.
hunter. That's
Yeah.
why he has like that ring, and he has like
Did
a
he say
has like
where
a
he got
shotgun.
the
Immortal Homie is a vampire hunter while also was
because
married
his
to a
wife-
vampire?
He didn't
Because
know.
his
He wasn't a
wife
vampire.
died
Yeah,
to a
She said
vampire.
that she thought the wife died from a
So
vampire.
he
There is so
became-
much drama in this
it, like,
show.
made
Oh,
him-
yeah,
Holy
dude.
crap.
Said
Oh,
she's
yeah,
a-
there is.
And you know the city that they're in is called Mystical Falls.
Oh, God.
Mystic Falls.
Mystic Falls.
That's why I like
It's like
about
Gravity Falls.
That's what I like about Buffy is like where they're from, like where everything happens is called Sunnyvale. Yeah. So it's like literally the exact opposite of Mystical Falls. Oh my god.
Mystic Falls, yeah.
Also, like, did you watch? Was it called Riverdale?
Yeah, we
We
did. We
watched
did watch
it
it
up
together.
until it started to get supernatural, and then we fell off.
I don't think we ever got to the
So
supernatural.
I was like,
it started like it was vague. We weren't sure if it was people or
Did you watch it?
demons.
I've seen it for like the first handful of episodes.
Did you watch like I don't want to like spoil anything. I don't know like what the Riverdale timeline looks like for your guys' experience, but I think we ended on like season 4.
Was that the one where Sabrina was on there? Because I've seen all of the
Sabrina?
Sabrina show.
Like the teenage witch.
Yeah, they're the same universe.
Oh,
What?
well, she
Really?
was not on that show. Yet.
Okay,
We'll
yeah,
put
yeah.
her in there.
Like even in the comics, they're the same universe.
I've missed
We ended
out
on the cult season.
The only thing I remember is the talking cat in that show. I don't remember
Oh,
shit
from
else.
all Sabrina's the
So no,
teenage witch.
that's the fun Sabrina. Like the Netflix Sabrina, not that fun.
Really?
Very
No.
dark.
No, like, did you watch it?
No, but I've heard about it.
So, like, I don't want to spoil it, but I really want because I hate the finale. I hate the finale so much. Like the like in a weird way, I will say, like, I don't feel
I
like
think
it's
that
gonna-
would be a fun
I
one
could
to
feel
watch.
the
no, like in a
contained
weird way,
rage
like the
right
finale,
now.
like low key, like glorifies suicide. I feel
Oh.
like, and it's kind of like I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, ew, like, brother, ew.
Kind of like 13 Reasons Why.
I've never seen
Did
that,
you
but
watch
yeah,
that one?
it kind of sounds like the same thing in
Oh,
that regard.
I've seen
yeah,
that. Yeah,
Where
yeah,
it's
I was
like-
The
not a-
book, great book. Watch that and read that
Watch
in
the
elementary
book?
school. When the show came out, season 1, okay, it missed some stuff, and then they just kept going. Like they just kept going, like just profiting off of like.
I'd be like, damn,
I mean,
get
it's
to
kind
the
of the
part
same
with
thing
the
that Orange
dirt.
is the New Black, though. Like, unfortunately, say like it kind of glorified going to prison.
That's true.
I feel like a lot of
Like,
prison
yeah.
movies and
We
shows
should do
that.
crime.
I
should.
fucking loved Orange is the New
Like,
Black.
don't get me wrong.
I also
I
loved
enjoyed it. I
Wentworth.
loved Orange is the New Black.
Did you ever watch Wentworth? It's the Australian Orange is the New
Don't
Black,
think
essentially.
so. No.
I think my parents watched that.
So good. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, so
I
good.
gotta make you guys watch Australian Wilfred.
We got
Wait,
a
isn't that
short.
just
Him
Wilfred?
and Wilfred.
No, so Australian Wilfred is like
same
different
guy,
from-
isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same. It's Wilfred's the same guy, but it's in Australia. It's only like one season. It's really short. It is so unhinged, bro. But no, it's different. Like the other Wilfred, they got like 4 seasons, like the American one with
Elijah Wood.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever we talk about shows, Wilfred always comes in. The
It's
conversation.
it's still it is one of the greatest shows I've ever watched in my life.
We can watch it.
Nobody would watch it. I would love to.
I will
He
say
says that every time.
No, I will say no one talks about Wilfred. Like in a lot.
I would be down even if we did it occasionally because they're short. They're 20-minute episodes, and
Aren't they
they'd be-
like 6 to 8 episodes
They'd
a season
be
probably?
no. I think there's a decent amount, but it's like it's a stoner show. Like we could just kind of
is so
toke up a
weird.
little bit and just strap in and maybe even Patreon only.
Okay.
But yeah, so first season's what 13 episodes.
I
That sounds
watched
right.
it with you on Rabbit
Yeah, but that
back
don't
in
count.
the
Oh,
long-
man. that was-
Rabbit.
You gotta
back
get
in the long
really
distance
stoned.
days.
Oh my
Dude.
god. Dude, that shit was
That was back in the good internet days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, let's watch something.
back when the
Cool.
internet was fun and it wasn't
Yeah.
like everybody like trying to like pin something on everybody.
Yeah.
Oh. We just play video games and call each other slurs.
I think we're talking
Damn,
about
Sean.
different times.
maybe we had different
Yeah, so
groups.
Different era.
this is the
I
poster.
was
So
just
that's
called
the
those.
that is the Australian version.
That dude's got a big ass forehead.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he's probably a great actor, but my eyes went right to that.
So Australian,
That 6 head.
American.
Just has a lot on his mind.
It's a glorious show. I think that's a crack pipe.
Bong fueled
I was like, that looks like an opium pipe.
I think it might be.
The ridiculously funny bong fueled existentialism of Wilfred.
I mean, that's what it is. It's literally just existentialism, the fucking TV show. And it's incredible.
Can I say, like, I respect the fuck out of like people like Elijah Wood and Daniel Radcliffe and stuff like that, because these are like two guys that were part of like the biggest franchises known to man as far as movies go, and like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. And like everything they've done after it has just been like they've just let their
They're just having fun.
like their freak flag fly. Like it's like he did like Wilfred and a bunch of like these other like Elijah Wood did like Wilfred and like all these like crazy movies and like random like weirdo shows and stuff like that. And he just like dude is just having fun being him and like doing whatever he wants. And like Daniel Radcliffe's like the same thing. Apparently like the Weird Al Yankovic biopic where he plays Weird Al is like phenomenal. Like he was like in some show. Oh, what is it? He's like an angel or something like that. And it's like kind of like a Black Adder-esque thing, like going where he's like through time playing different people. And like what I've seen of that show has been hilarious. And it's like kind of like goofy and weird and stuff like that. And it's like, I love that, like, instead of like trying to just continue to like recreate the success that they had with like these major franchises, they were like, nah, fuck it, dude. Like I was already in like one of the biggest things ever made known to man.
I mean,
like,
I mean,
why
at
do
that
I
point,
need to try to do it again?
I mean, could he even, if at all possible, could Elijah Wood realistically ever find a role as iconic as who
Frodo?
He was in Lord of the Rings?
He was Frodo. I mean,
like I've never even seen Lord of the Rings, and I know a fucking ton about Frodo.
I mean, without like he is like
to me, he's Ryan.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like all of them are the main character, but he's the main character.
He really is.
Like you can say Aragorn or like is the main character, but it's still Frodo.
What it does is like story. Like, I mean,
he's got the
I'd say
fucking ring.
Lord of the Rings does a great job of kind of like pivoting the main story, like kind of thing. But the overarching story literally is Frodo because
Merry and Pippin, baby,
it
all day.
originates literally in the fucking the village.
But yeah, I mean, like
sense.
I don't know. I just always appreciate that where it's like because there was like this video of like talking about like internet celebrities like trying to like pivot and do podcasts and all this other stuff to like kind of like retain their fame and do all this, and then like you have these two
Bro,
guys.
they all have podcasts now.
Like The Office,
Like
and Ned's
Declassified, yeah, like they were talking about that, but like literally like two guys without a doubt that could probably have like tried to be in other franchises and do all these other things. They're just like, no, I'm
Like-
happy doing what I've already done.
Like Logic has a podcast.
Yeah, I knew he had a podcast.
It's fairly new. Like I think he started it like
I also get a
6
kick-
months ago.
That says a year.
No,
It's-
that's Theo's.
Oh, that is Theo's.
Podcast.
Okay, never mind. I thought Theo was on his podcast.
I'm pretty sure Butch Hartman has his own podcast,
I bet people love that.
or he did at one point. He has more subscribers than I would have guessed, to be honest.
You know, with the way people talk about Butch Hartman, he looks exactly how I'd expect him to look.
Damn. Damn. Yeah, people don't like him that much.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently he's a liar.
A legacy destroyed by pride. Cool.
There you go. I think it was that, and like he also like I forget what it was. It was something involving like he was raising money for like a Christian organization, but like didn't disclose that it was a Christian organization.
No, like
or,
literally just look at what you have on the screen on the bottom video.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
That's- Yep.
Whoops.
Oof.
But yeah, there's a variety of reasons. I haven't dug too deep into why people dislike him.
Well,
I
I've
just know
seen that
they
he's
do.
like apparently stolen designs or like allegedly. Like I'm
Yeah.
not. This is what other people have said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those like I can't speak on the man because I will always be like when I'm interested in something, I'll go balls to the wall, like wanting to know about it, right? But like if I'm interested, like in the sense of like, oh, that was
you
fun to
enjoy
watch,
it and you move on.
I move on. Like it's literally like that. So like when people are like, yo, Butch Hartman's this terrible person, it's like, I'm not going to refute you. Like I'm not going to argue. Like
Yeah.
I just enjoy Danny Phantom. And
yeah, I mean, I feel that with a lot of things. Like I feel like me and you especially, right? With One Piece, we were so ingrained with One Piece, and we still are to a degree, right? But it's like I feel like people don't understand that it's like there's a difference between me reading a few chapters every few weeks as opposed to watching it every single day.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like we talk like anime especially, and I've learned this with like Nickelodeon shows and Cartoon Network shows, like Ben 10 especially, Jesus Christ, where it's like it's so insular, right? Where it's like they find this
They watch
thing
Ben
they
10,
like,
and that's what they watch.
And it's like, what do you watch besides Ben 10? And it's like almost like they
Ultimate
don't.
Alien.
It's almost like it's almost like they don't understand the question. Where it's like, what do you mean? What else do I watch?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
just watch
I
the
have
loop over and over and over
250
again.
episodes of Ben 10. Like,
I have all the Ben 10 posters hanging up on my room right
this
now.
is all the time I have for anything ever. Where
Like I
it's
watch the show and I watch the movies
Yeah,
and I watch
yeah.
the YouTube videos and I watch the reaction.
and it's like
I watch the commentary
I
videos.
thought that was kind of uncommon until we started doing what we do, and it's like, nope, that is pretty fucking normal. Where it's like this is all they do and all they watch. Not saying it's bad.
Yeah.
It's just it's not my thing.
No,
I
I've
like
never understood
variety.
it either because it's like, I mean, even to a degree, right? Like I have 2 Kingdom Hearts tattoos. My entire right arm is covered in One Piece. I
Yeah.
love those franchises. They both like have affected me in like a
hugely.
a fair, a huge level. I would say One Piece more so than Kingdom Hearts to
absolutely.
a degree, but like both of those games are both of those franchises are something that are like so close to me that I care about a ton and I know a lot about, but like it's one of those things where like I just go back to it all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm going through and I just restarted Kingdom Hearts again, but it's like I haven't played it in like 4 or 5 years,
He's struggling.
like.
I've heard it's quite
It's
fun
hard.
to hear his
It's
stories
very
of playing
hard,
He went
like,
in there
Dark Souls.
confident as shit.
I did.
And then he's like,
That's such a
I might
bad
need to,
feeling.
No, because
map this out
what
a
I'm
little
doing
better.
is so like
he's getting old.
No, I'm telling you, it's not even that,
the
bro.
reaction times are starting
Yeah,
to
he's
feel
like, he's like, I used to be able to hit that.
So I have played Kingdom Hearts 2 significantly more than I've played Kingdom Hearts 1. I've still beaten Kingdom Hearts 1 a lot, but I've
Right.
never gone out of my way to like, let me get all the trophies or let me play on hard mode and never switch the Keyblade
Right.
because I hate myself. Where finally I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do it. So I like, instead of being like, I'm just going to play proud mode and do a playthrough of proud mode, I was like, I'm going to do the playthrough of proud mode to get that trophy. And then I'm also in that same playthrough going to do the don't change your Keyblade ever or your accessories. So I can't equip any accessories. I can't equip any upgrades.
Because he hates himself.
I'm playing on the
no.
hardest difficulty and I can't
See,
continue. I can
I-
only load my saves. And it is rough, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm having a lot of fun because I've never played it in that way. But like I can't wrap my head around people who just like they find one thing and that's all they do ever.
No, and that's like, One Piece being such a big part of our lives. Like I'm sure you've gotten this as well, where it's like I would ask like a random question and people would be like, how do you not know this? One time in an interview in 2013, Oda
Yeah.
in an interview said da 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 da, and I'm like,
It's like I just watch the show and read the book, man.
I just read the book. Yeah, I enjoy what it is.
It's like, don't get me wrong. I watch a decent amount of One Piece videos.
Yeah.
I avoid
I do
it
now that I'm caught up.
I watch less so now because
I mean, time.
I'm not there at midnight, 3 a.m. the second the chapter drops because it's like
Well, it's also
all right,
One
you know,
Piece isn't my job anymore.
that too.
You
That
know,
is also
One Piece
a fact.
is mostly just for fun for me now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like one of the like I've never been that guy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like when it comes to baseball and things like that, like statistical knowledge and this, like like I can have a conversation with damn near anybody. But like when it comes to like so much of that stuff that like it's like why do you not know this? And it's like because I mean one I don't even think to look that up to like know that kind of
It's
stuff.
just not really a thing that even crosses your
and
mind.
like my thing is too like I mean Oda himself to an extent was like. He even has to. He's like admitted like he has to look at the wiki sometimes to remember Luffy's moves. Apparently,
Dude,
I don't fucking blame him.
to give
Yeah.
you guys an idea, I've been playing Path of Exile for probably upwards of almost 10 years.
yeah,
Yeah, that
Somewhere
sounds
around
right.
there. I've been playing since open beta, basically. Every
Nerd.
league. I love my life. It's a lot of fun.
I'm sure it is.
There's still shit that like I have to wiki because I'm
Right.
like I don't remember this. Like
Well,
I love the game. I'm gonna
Right.
be playing it, but like in this league, I'm seeing Settlers of Catan. But it's just you gotta be able to have variety in your life. And the people who like literally are just like I eat, breathe, and sleep this. It's like,
Oh, POE especially.
but
'Cause
like
I-
you can go outside and do other things.
Yeah, well,
it's
I mean, it's one of
okay.
those things. Like, I'm sure you have like Path of Exile players who it's like they know every like combination that's gonna.
They
like,
know how to use the path of
Eric-
building
well,
and like
Eric-
build
Eric
their
will-
builds.
Eric will put the game down for a little bit,
Yeah,
and then he'll
yeah.
just come back during an update, right?
Yeah.
But it's like when it's over, you're just like, it's over. I'll come back when it's there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the thing is, like the cool thing about the game, obviously, is like the currency market and finding like rare items, right? I found like the rarest item in the entire game in like the first like 5 hours of playing the game last league, and I was like, this is cool.
Great.
Awesome.
Now
Well, I
what?
mean-
And then like I put down the game and I was able to walk away and not be like, darn, I didn't sell it. I'm like, I don't care, dude. It's,
Yeah.
Like,
I will say pivoting off that, like that's kind of like ruined like gaming to an extent for me, where it's like, you know, like I used to be like a Division streamer, like when that was like first coming out, and like I was doing well with it. But then like they started adding like these attachments you would need to the weapons and stuff like that, and people would come in and it's like, why aren't you using this gun with this attack? Like it's like the meta culture, right? Where it's like I'm just trying to find a build that I enjoy playing and using, and it's like, well, I'm not going to watch you if you're not using this build, and it's like.
Cool.
I don't know what to tell you then, dude. Like it's like, sorry, I'm just trying to have fun and like find something cool to use in the game.
That's literally what I do in the game now. In Path of Exile, I don't even make a character that does damage. I make a build that literally supports my friends. I literally boost all of their stats and everything. I'm just the dude who just like Eric. I keep everyone else alive. Why? Because it's more fun to be able to play with your friends and have keep them alive and entertained.
That's
than
why
it is
I was
like
a healer in Paladins.
I'm gonna be the strongest one over here, and I'm just gonna crush through the storyline. And it's like it doesn't. No one wants to play like that.
That's what made me also put down the Overwatch. Like I think it was like when that one new like healer lady was like introduced, and there was like some sort of like meta around her, and it's like
was it Moira?
No, like. Cat ear, I think.
Oh,
I can't remember her name. She throws like the little knives and stuff.
The shuriken.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name either.
Yeah, but anyway, she had like some kind of like and it was like one
Overwatch.
And it was like one of those things where it's like
it's a new healer.
Have you ever had
a character did that in Paladins too? You know what her name was?
What?
Maeve.
Oh,
nice.
Okay. Well, now we know.
Now we know where that came from.
She found that out after.
That was like
I did find that out after.
That was like one of the
It's
first
funny
times.
because there's an Eevee in the roster too for Paladins.
Oh my god!
So that's the
you should
going
name your
joke
kids
is
after better games.
Okay.
That's
I'll have you know,
brutal.
I have a lot of hours in that game.
That was one that didn't connect.
It's better than Overwatch.
But no, that's what I'm saying though. Like that, like with that meta and that build and all that, like that became like the first game ever where I was sitting this and like I had like this like it hit me like a truck where I was like, I'll never play this game again.
Yeah.
Like I am actually done. Like I just like exited, like uninstalled. I was like, I never want to play this game again.
I don't think I've ever gone back into Overwatch and had a good time.
No.
Because they adjusted too much of the meta. Like it was fun back in the day when you could be like, I'm gonna run 5 mercies, and you convince the entire team to run mercies, and everyone's just flying around, or like doing
used
the
to be like
Torb
6
stuff.
fucking
like,
Torbjorns when you first started.
Or that you like have like 5 Reinhardts and like 1 healer, and you just walk out and you just see a bunch of shields. You're like, oh shit, it's gonna be one of those.
So
like,
many quakes.
There were such fun matches because you had the freedom to do that, and they've changed the game so much that they've just ruined all the integrity that it had when it came out. And like, oh, we're going to give you a single player version of it to explain the storyline of the characters. Oh, wait.
I will say about the only other time that's happened though is like Destiny, but every time like Destiny comes out with a new thing and everybody's like having fun with them, like, I don't know, man. Like, is this going to be the one that brings me back?
I was real
close
close in this last one.
Yeah.
But
I
just
wanted
didn't.
to. I still kind of do.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So in that regard too, I went to the PlayStation store and I was like, dude, if they have like an everything bundle, like everything for like how much ever, I was like, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna re-download it. But no,
They don't.
Once again, it's this fucking bullshit of like get like the original Destiny 2 bundle pack for like $69.99, and then get this bundle pack that goes with it for $69.99, and then this shit, and I'm like, bro, I don't like. Is his bundle pack even still like worth the fuck to play versus like whatever the new shit is? Like, because I know how Destiny is, where it's like all the new stuff like overlaps the old stuff, and it, like whether or not you can even go to it to play it is like. But do you still just need that base model like download to like access this shit? And so it's like I don't know. Like I'm fucking tired of having to like guess on how to play a fucking game.
The last time I played Destiny,
I know old man yells at Cloud right now, but god damn it.
I'm on your side, bro. Games are too complicated.
I would restart.
Can I say that is the one thing, like we've talked about being in a gaming rut for a while because we all used to, except for maybe Bree.
Path of Exile 2's coming, my friends. Come on.
True. I guess
closed beta is coming.
I take that back. I take everything I said back.
It's a new game. It's had 10 years of fun time development.
That's not what I was trying to say.
When they announced that, by the
Path of
way.
Exile 2 like fucking 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I guess I should
it's a good
reiterate.
time. No,
me
come
and
on.
Sean have talked about like us falling off on games, and then like we started the games channel.
How am I not included in that?
Because like you played more.
Yeah, but
stuff
you still
than
play
me.
like Fortnite.
No,
like,
I
a good
don't.
bit.
She used to.
I have not played a single video game since we moved.
That is true, actually.
Yeah,
It's
but that's
actually
like
kinda
2
weird.
months. I like.
Do you want a single game video? Bree, we can find you a single player video game that you can play,
Dude, I
and you can
wanna
record
play
yourself
We're playing
every
Pokemon
day.
right now. She wants to play Fortnite.
All these fucking like the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean thing is going on right now.
Yeah, but like I was
I don't
recording
even watch- I've
Spider-Man
never even
yesterday.
seen the movies,
I
and
took
I'm
down
like,
like
that's
Mr.
cool.
Negative. I was fucking shit up.
Also, I entered the transfer portal, and I am now a Carolina Tar Heel, starting
Yo,
QB1.
let's go.
QB1.
I have no idea. You
Straight
speak a
A's
different
right now.
language?
See, you call him in a rut, he's over here
No,
in
no,
college.
yeah, but
No,
2 days. I've been playing it 2
listen,
days.
No, listen, it has changed. What I was saying is that we started.
He's in college.
We started the gaming channel,
I'm expanding.
and I feel like us playing older games
Yeah.
has weirdly
Like, rekindled it.
It's made me realize, like, oh yeah, that's what I liked about video games.
Yeah.
Not what the fuck they've become now.
I want to re-experience like Animal Crossing again.
Ken?
No, I can't.
Then play
Why?
Call to the Lamb.
Because do you remember what we did when that game first came out?
Yeah, we just restart the world.
No, do you remember
No.
how we hacked the game to make it
Of
fun
course
for
you
us?
did.
Yeah. But
I
like,
like
it
how
was,
we
it
do
was
that
fun
now.
either
She's
way.
like over here cheating all the
Yeah,
fucking
like-
time.
like,
Dude, the
she
tiara
always
trick?
is, bro.
I abuse mechanics in games. She just straight up just cheats.
No, it was
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
No, listen. So let's go through the things that you've
Fuck
done.
up, you're cheating.
So here's
not
the
anymore.
Your
Not
cheating
anymore.
is fucking documented.
That is true.
On paper.
Yeah, for a
Not
mobile
anymore.
game.
Not
In her
anymore.
defense, it's a mobile game.
And they
I don't give
steal
a
people's
fuck, man.
money. They scam people out of their money. I don't feel bad for.
No, I'm not saying you should.
Yeah. No, but there was a tiara trick, right?
You could
where-
duplicate items and sell them,
Yeah.
basically.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
And I will say, for something like Animal Crossing, depending on what your thing is, right? For me, Animal Crossing, like what I really liked was I just liked collecting shit and decorating my world. So
Yeah.
having just a ton of money that I could use to buy new
Yeah.
stuff when it came to the store was worth it for me. However, I will say I did listen to her when Tears of the Kingdom. No, Tears of the Kingdom was
Oh
the first
yeah, I
one.
hacked that game too.
What?
Wait, what?
Which?
Yeah,
which,
they got.
what-
They,
Right,
no,
so- so
I
Brett-
didn't do
so-
it because I was like, no, I want to continue playing my
and I'm
playthrough
gonna
and
say
not
right
break
now,
the
I should have
fucking
listened
game.
to him. So Breath of the Wild, I played. It's my first Zelda game, and it's one of my favorite games of all
Ruined
time.
the
Yeah.
experience.
Tears of the Kingdom came out. Okay, I'm
Too
playing
much
it.
Minecraft for a Zelda fan. I'm sorry.
No, I will say.
No,
that,
wait,
So,
wait, 'cause
that
it-
so that did already turn me off a little bit with
Yeah.
all the building. I was a little iffy on it because I'm not
Yeah.
a huge fan of the way that mechanic worked. So I was a little iffy on the game. Bree found a glitch and we knew that they were gonna patch it, and I was like, oh well, I could just not use it if I don't want to. And it was a way to essentially get the Master Sword, an unbreakable Master Sword, like immediately.
like
with-
as soon as you load into the
like
game.
you basically get the Master Sword
first
from the
cutscene.
cutscene. It's like it's a weird thing. It's like, but it's like unlimited. And in the beginning, when I first got that, I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, I
didn't even know this
like,
was a thing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't
did,
like the
yeah.
breaking mechanic. Like that, Bob. That was one of the things
That was
that bothered
that's
me.
the whole beauty of the game.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
I'm
I'm
honestly
fucking
not
getting
been
there.
bothered by it.
So I'm frustrated, and I'm like, whatever. So I do it, and I'm playing the game, and it's just like, I'm just fucking bored. Because none of the other weapons are worth using.
But that's what I
Like,
hated about the
I had
first game.
zero
Because
progression.
you cheated. Like,
You're right. It was
you're
the
not
glitch.
supposed to have. You're,
You're
supposed
right.
to earn
It's
the
not-
Master Sword. Damn it!
totally
you need
did.
stamina to
Yeah.
pull it.
It legitimately ruined that game for me.
Right.
But is it cheating if the game had the glitch?
Technically, no, because
A
it
glitch
was
is
an old
cheating.
Go
game.
ahead and tell them what the name of the Master Sword was.
I don't think it had a name.
There
It was
you
just
go.
like a glitch.
That's how you
Oh,
know it was
'cause it-
cheating.
it didn't
if it
have a
doesn't have a
name,
fucking
yeah.
name, but it has
It's
literally
just
the
like-
look of the sword and it's unbreakable, yeah, that's probably a pretty big.
It
big
seemed like a
cheat.
good idea at the time.
But hey, I also showed you a way to duplicate when that duplicate, because that got patched. But later, when he was further on in the game, I showed him a way to duplicate materials, and he used that.
So
and that for money
used
was
that pretty
fun. Like
extensively.
that I liked because it allowed me to like buy things that I would want, whatever, like especially with the time that I have. But no, like the Master Sword thing, like totally ruined that game for me.
No, well, see, like I wouldn't have done that to begin with because like the reason why
It sounded like a good idea.
no,
I told them it was a bad idea.
The reason why
You
the
did,
braking,
you did.
the reason why the braking mechanic is important is because it forces exploration.
Yes.
It forces
Yes.
you to encounter.
And I
things.
think that's the problem.
And
but I
so-
disregarded Eric because me and Eric play games very differently.
Oh, yeah.
So when he was like, "That's a bad idea," I was
Sean
like, "No,
Smash.
it's a bad idea for Eric, not me." And then it was like, "Damn, you know what? He was kind of right."
Because I like breaking mechanics in the game. I
Sure.
like finding a mechanic in a game that I can abuse, and then I figure out a way to use it to my advantage, right?
I mean, in a way, it was a mechanic.
Kind of.
no, that's not a mechanic.
Just
That's
abuse
not a
it.
mechanic.
It's
though.
not a developer intended mechanic.
Yeah, it's not a developer intended mechanic. Like it's the same thing like what I did in like the last Epoch game. I made a character that's literally in a dungeon grinder game that's literally a healer. His only job is to heal.
Yeah.
Right? But then I figured out a way to make that healing beam do damage. So I would just stand in the same spot and use the game's mechanics, which whenever you're in an ARPG, everything runs at you.
Yeah.
So I would just stand in one spot and hold down the button and then watch this beam of light smite everything around me as they would just run into it. Like abuse the mechanic. But
We did abuse the mechanic.
That's-
it just backfired.
y'all got the Master Sword, the end game sword that, mind you, even after you pull it from the rock, which I had to do, you have to have enough stamina to do it. It still takes time to be able to use it.
Yeah.
You can only use it so much, and then it has to recharge.
So I think the reason
I never even got that far.
Yeah.
that's because you cheated in the game.
I think the reason that I didn't think it was going to be a problem was at least at that point in the game when I did get the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild. I'm talking about not Tears of the Kingdom. And I guess because it did, like you said, it would have to recharge.
Because you needed what 10,
but there was
10 hearts,
but-
I think, to
but
get
it-
the original. In the
Yeah, but
in
it
the
but it
wild.
also was not that strong. So like I think it had like 30 damage, which was good, but like I had a ton of other weapons that were more powerful.
Well, you can merge it
But
with-
in early game, you're not finding
second
any
game
shit, you know.
combined, right?
In early
you couldn't
game,
with the-
you're not finding shit over 30 that
Yeah.
early. So it just made it where I just had this unbreakable, crazy sword, and I'd kill a boss and be like, sick.
Yeah.
But the whole
All right.
I got nothing to upgrade. Like there was no
Yeah.
progression,
Right.
I guess.
Well, you
But that's
couldn't
the
merge
whole thing,
anything
though, like
with
he's
it
saying, is
either.
it by fighting bosses and even fighting the goblin camps, right? Strategically doing it and like
Yeah.
analyzing the camp,
Yeah.
going, okay, all their weapons are on the log. There's an exploding barrel there. If I shoot an arrow
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
exploding barrel,
Yeah.
I can kill half the camp and rob them of all their weapons, and now they have nothing to fight with, and I can kill them, right? So
Yeah.
You could have always dropped it,
Yeah, but
by the way.
yeah.
But
I
once
thought
once
about
you
it.
have that
Yeah,
power in
why
your
could've
hands,
just-
why drop it? That's
you're
that's like
bored.
asking a gamer
No, like I said, it also was like what you were saying,
Yeah.
the building stuff. That also turned me
Yeah.
off. So
No,
it was,
no,
it was
yeah.
a combination of
Yeah.
both. But it was just like
when
damn,
I had to learn the battery mechanic to get across the water
Yeah.
with like building that
Yeah.
boat, I was like, okay, this I
how to fly
I want
in the
lore.
sky.
I want to fight. I want to explore.
My
I
thing
don't
is
give
like
a
this
shit
is
about
cool.
this.
I wouldn't mind it. I just didn't like how integral they
The
made
thing
it.
is,
Yeah.
though, once you built something that worked and you liked, you could do a quick save of it, and that's all I would do. I would build like a little I put like a jet
Yeah,
on it with like a
but-
chair.
but that's like-
and
I
then
just-
you
I
could
just don't
literally
wanna
just
do
use
that. I
that.
just don't wanna do
and you
it. I don't
well,
wanna
no,
do
but that's
it.
what I'm saying though. You build that one
Yeah.
time.
I'm not a
it's
game
saved in your
developer.
autosave, and then you can go and explore with that.
I
thing.
want to smack things,
I
not
don't
build
like
things.
building.
That's me. Yeah, I
It took
Sean
10
want to hit.
What's weird though is
Sean-
I love building bases and shit. So I feel
Eh,
like, but
like,
and I
even
guess
that,
it's, I guess it's a little different. But yeah, I don't know. It just bothered me.
I guess like I'm very like old school action adventure RPG kind of fan, right? Like I want tell me do thing, I go do thing,
Yeah.
I get thing,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
like
feel
that's
that.
me gaming. Like I am make every game like that for me ever, and I am content.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know,
that.
I
Give
can play
me a checklist of things.
Give me Fable with 50 different names, and I will play every fucking one of them.
I will say, I may find hacks and cheats in games that it doesn't matter, but I have never cheated in a multiplayer game. So,
That we've seen.
that we've seen.
okay. I'll never carry it. This is all pure skill.
Is it?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Do we know this for sure now?
Yeah, I used to stream.
I don't know. There's been plenty of people who've streamed cheats.
with that aim hacks.
Dude, I love every time
Oh
when
no,
those people
trust
get
me.
busted.
If you watched I might kill a lot of people to you guys when we play games, but I promise you, if you saw my screen, my shots go all over the place.
No, like one thing that you're really good at that I will 100% give you credit for, and it's like I don't know if it's a youth thing or what, because I feel like I used to be able to do it. It's like noticing people, like and stuff like that. Because
That's my issue,
you're like guy over here, and I'm like where? I don't see
you can't
anyone.
find him. You're like, I don't see nothing.
I think the thing is, I appreciate the most about her is the fact that she knows when to loot and when to just be
my
like, nah,
God,
fuck
yeah.
that shit, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm moving. I'm literally. Because like we would kill someone and then we go look at the loot and Bree's already like halfway across the map. She's like, "Why y'all look at the trash?
So I will
what are you
say,
doing?"
no, that is also her downfall because the three of us will still be together, and Bree's like, "Where are you guys at?" And it's like, "Together. Where the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
Like we've been playing for like 10 minutes. What more could you possibly
and then of course,
need?
because it's such a big map, we all, in our efforts to get to Bree, all go 3 different routes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what
I
was
look
nice
over
about,
and Eric's on the other side of the mountain. Sean,
We're all-
Sean
we're all
found,
trying to find a
Sean,
car
Sean
or-
found
or-
a car, a motorcycle, and didn't
Yeah.
pick us up.
Listen, I that's how Apex was I
We're
played
playing
Apex.
Fortnite.
It's a different game.
But I dedicated so much of my time. I was literally like Predator rank on Apex. Like that's literally
Whoa,
what
easy,
you
Dr.
had to do.
Disrespect.
That's literally what you had to do. Is okay. Anyway,
that was perfect.
that's literally what you had to do. Was you just had to loot and go, like loot and go, loot and go, and then like at a certain point, if you stopped to loot a dead body, your team was fucking gone,
God.
and you'd be killed by
No,
like 3 different teams at the same
You know,
time.
Apex got to a point where like I just couldn't deal with it anymore. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm not
But
not
I
good
steps.
enough.
Too many
thrived
steps.
off of that shit.
It's like I'm not good enough to play this game.
No, that
I
100%
felt
me.
so good being like, I'm gonna say good at the game, but a female
Predator.
that was good at the game. Like I just felt so good being like a girl that like felt actually confident in a game I was
I will
playing.
say, like watching a good player play Apex is art.
It's satisfying,
like
yeah,
dude,
it's
like in the way like people can hit shots and shit like that. It's like, oh, that's how it's supposed to be played.
Well, it was like my favorite thing where he'd be like behind me and like watching me, and then all of a sudden he'd be like, "How'd you do that?"
Yeah.
It's like
yeah. Whatever.
I remember that one time, like we went to play Apex that one time, and you actually took us into a rank lobby, and this
God.
Wraith was just like running so like it was that one building
Eric's
with
like,
the
"Help me,
elevator.
I don't know what to do."
literally, I was like, Bree, I don't know what to do because this Wraith was like shooting
Just,
themselves.
like,
they would like
jumping around
They
the
were
walls.
running up. They were running an entire level, running from first level to second level,
Wait,
using the elevator.
is the
shaft.
Wraith to do with the bouncy pad? Or
No,
whatever?
it's the girl
No,
that
that's
can
The
go
portal thing.
Where she can go.
yeah, fuck
That was
her
my
too.
main.
She was. I'm
I
telling
was
you
a
what.
Wraith main.
Every time I pulled my gun out to try to shoot this person, they were already behind
Nah,
me.
fuck that.
And you
shit.
were in the building that
I
they
know,
had
I
like
know,
zip
yeah,
lines.
yeah.
And so she would, and you could like phase and then go up the zip line at the same time. So she'd just be like,
God. That is
Dude,
just a fucking nightmare.
I was trying to track this Wraith because it was just one Wraith, and they were both dead. And I was trying to figure out where the hell she was.
You just walk there, walk out there like this, like just do it, just do
That's what
it.
it felt
Like
like.
I just want this to end.
I just ended up sitting in a corner.
I'm
like,
tired of being
I had
scared.
a wall in my back. I'm like, okay, she can only come from one direction. And what is she?
And
she came
somehow,
from the fucking ledge.
they somehow came from somewhere else.
and just silently, like just
I
silently.
think the problem is that because it's gotten to the point where like all of the most popular games are older games that like
Yeah.
unless you know life a game,
Yeah.
everybody that you play against
Well, I mean, that's like
is
one thing with
no
like,
lifing the game.
Well, that's
Yeah.
like, we were like, oh, we're going to do Team Fortress 2. And then like we started like seeing how people play that game. And it's like, bro, that would just
Can
be
we?
an hour of, or
Us
not
dying.
What did I say, Team Fortress?
You said Team Fortress 2.
Okay.
That's what people want us to play.
Yeah. And it's like, like everybody that still plays that game has like 5,000 hours in that game. And we'd be playing it for the first time. And it's like,
It's like we might get bots for the first match,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, we would just get shit on for an hour. Like, don't get me wrong, I still want to do it, but it's like you can't expect to like with a community that old at this point. Because I remember when Titanfall 2,
I don't
it was
like
like a
getting
year
shit
ago. Do you
on,
remember
dude.
that? Like Titanfall 2, like had like this free weekend, and like everybody kind of went back to it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And it was like when you see on National Geographic when like the school of sharks come closer to the shore to feed on the fish. It was insane. Like
Well-
I got shit on for 3 hours.
So a good example of that, like funny enough, not with games, is I was listening to one of Kind of Funny's podcasts recently, and they were talking about how like a few of them went and did like a soccer league. And
Oh, God.
And
Yeah.
then they tried like a kickball league, and they were talking about how like they're debating like not doing it anymore because it's gotten to the point where like some like semi-pros who like don't do it anymore have now joined the league.
Oh, yeah.
So like I think they had a thing where they lost like 20-3. And they were like, you know, in the beginning it's like we'd lose, but like, you know, we'd see ourselves getting better. It's like, but he is like, we can't compete.
Yeah. Well,
And it's like, but like with the game, it's like,
and no one wants to go
different.
get their ass kicked 9-0.
Well, imagine,
Especially in person, dude. You can't even rage
you
quit.
like
I can't even
football,
hold out
right?
Yeah.
anymore.
Like,
I just
like,
be like, fuck this, I'm
like
done.
you like football. Let's say you were like, hey, Sean, Eric, like, you know, I really want you guys to try football. Let's try to, you know, playing football,
Yeah.
right? And we go out and we do it, and then but like some ex-pros show up.
No, so that
you know, like you get your fucking ass.
that happened at like our local park for basketball, where it's like, you know, like a lot of the same guys would show up, and it's like, it's funny now because people with anxiety don't understand how like park basketball works, where you just like one guy brings a ball and you just sit on the sidelines and you just wait for your turn to play, and like everybody just shares and shit. But like there was like these two brothers. But there was two brothers that like they didn't play like huge college ball, but they played college ball. Like, you know, it was like Division 2, 3.
Yeah.
Those guys are still fucking awesome at basketball because it's still college basketball. And so like once they like graduated and came home and was like playing at the same park we would play at, like half of everybody went somewhere else, dude. Because like these dudes were like half the age of everybody else.
Yeah.
They were just fucking dunking on everyone.
Like, this isn't even fun anymore.
Yeah, it's like, you know, if I wanted to get abused, I there's easier ways to do it. I work online.
And I think that's the problem with like video games, right? Is that like it's accessible to anybody. So like as long as somebody has just been playing it consistently, good luck.
Yeah, like when you first start like
It's like playing Rocket League, dude.
Oh my God.
No, there's a reason why I just refuse to play that game.
There's a skill gap in that game
I
that
never
is
got
like
into it.
hard to comprehend.
I like it's so funny because like I actually started playing it like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, you know, let's just go give it a try, right? And like it's so funny that I'm able to literally go back into the game and I'm able to see exactly where I am in the skill tree.
Yeah.
Which is literally people can sometimes run up the wall and knock the ball off the wall. They cannot go off the ceiling, bounce off the ceiling, and do ceiling shots. Right?
No.
And that is where I'm at in the ranking system now. It's no longer plat, diamond, this and that. It's where are you going on the walls now? Are you are you on the side of the wall?
I don't even know how people do that. I don't know how to jump in that game.
That
Like, no, so I know how
boost,
to
I
jump,
think is what he
but you know how people like fucking fly?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I know.
See, I can do flying. Flying's part of my rank.
I can't. I don't
Flying's
know
part of
how.
my rank.
Yeah,
You
I
can do
used
a
to be able
couple
to do
wall shots, but you can't do ceiling shots. Now, I have played with people who are grand champs, and it's like,
those
it's
people-
a whole different ball game. When you're playing with people who like know how to pinch the ball and do shit.
Those people seem like they see Rocket League like Neo sees the Matrix.
It literally is because
it's just zeros and ones.
They're already reacting before the person even hits the ball off the wall or
Like, they
shoots
know
in the
where
air.
everything's
at.
They're already reacting to where it's going to be and already up in the air.
Yeah.
Like they're just chilling there waiting.
It was
Yeah.
last
Like-
year we got put in like it was like me and my cousins. That was kind of like the game we would all just like hop on. It was like
Yeah,
the
I mean,
game
it's
we
a
all
fun game to play.
Yeah, and like somehow we got put into like with grandmasters or whatever the high rank is, dude. And like I didn't know the ranking system at the time, and I was like, oh, like, you know, they're probably pretty good. That wasn't even the fucking word for it. Like the
ball doesn't touch the ground when you're playing with grand champs.
I don't even remember what the final score was. I just blacked out. Like, because I just quit trying. Like, I think we just started like chilling and like listening to like we were sending each other like funny TikToks because like we weren't playing the game anymore. There was no fucking point to it.
Yeah.
Because it had to at least been 15-0.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't even like understandable how bad we were getting beat.
Yeah.
No, that's the fun example of playing with people like that have spent way too long on something, right? I mean, I guess a good example also, I mean, could also be like us going disc golfing, right? Like we're all going to play at different paces. Like I'm going to play at a very fast pace, right?
Yes, we are.
Like you're going to
my
end up in
pace
someone's
is just
backyard
gonna sit
again.
and watch.
Yeah, Bree, you can just sit and watch. Maybe bring like a lemonade. That's all right. That's acceptable out there because you don't have to pay to be out there. It's free to play,
Great.
and you get a tan. Check that out.
Oh yeah, because that's.
I just take vitamin D. I don't need the tan.
I just got to get more tattoos, then I don't have to worry about it.
Dude, I will say that's like one of my favorite things now with our videos where it's like people can tell how old the video is based on what tattoo you have. Because somebody was like asking about like your, I forget what reaction it was. And they were like, no, it's older. Like he doesn't have the One Piece tattoos yet.
So you know what's funny? I want a bunch of tattoos. So I have a new predicament where
Space.
Yeah, like not necessarily because like I have my legs and everything, and like this whole upper part of my arm is there. And there's like small things I want to get brought in, but like the problem is that now the tattoo culture has changed a ton. there is no more walking into a fucking place
Yeah.
and being like, I want a tattoo. No, you have to contact them, fucking book an appointment through their fucking Instagram, and then go. And then there's usually a limit.
It's
So
like a first date.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't just go and be like, oh, I want to put a keyblade here or a fucking lightsaber. I don't know. And go in there and pay $150 bucks for them to do it real quick. No, I'd have to do it. So I'd have to like think of like, okay, well, what do I want that makes sense minimum? But yeah, now it's gotten to the point where since like my right arm is covered, I'm just like, all right, I have a bunch of ideas of things I want. How big / how small should I get them and where do I want to put them? And that's been like the hard thing, because it's like, not only do I have to just like, I feel like if I was able to impulsively walk in and get it done, like I did for most
You would
of the
figure
stuff
something
here,
out, but now
it
you have to
wouldn't be
plan
as-
and you get in your own head.
Yeah. I mean, even like even like what the guy did with like the kind of streaks on this hand, I want to do that on this hand around everything.
All your stuff.
Because I really liked how it came out.
Yeah.
But like even that, I had to fucking book an appointment to
Yeah.
like do. I
Yeah.
couldn't just walk in and be like this did not take
That's
long.
like I just realized all the tattoos I have, I just walked in and got.
yeah, that shit
That's-
does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't
I'm,
even
I'm
have
sure
one.
there's some places that do, but
Yeah.
I don't have a single tattoo.
Same. Just a
Uncultured.
naked canvas, you know.
I expected,
my bad.
I expected better of at
I'm
least
so-
you.
I'm sorry. I'm not cultured enough. You know.
No, so this one.
I'm just a bitch.
So
I never got into the
fun
tattoos.
story. This really shitty spade I have on my forearm. I was in Atlantic City when I played professional poker, and I was doing really well. And like I flew my parents up there, and we were just like, and my sister, and we were just like making like a fun weekend of it, and you know, just traveling, you know, touring Atlantic City the best you can tour Atlantic City, which is pretty much sitting behind someone on a little bus while they planned out their parole hearing.
Nice. Sounds
Anybody's
about
been to
right.
Atlantic City knows I'm not lying. But it was one of those things where we were like walking on the boardwalk, and like we walked by this place called Lucky Lou's Tattoos. And my dad was
tracks.
like, let's go get a tattoo. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, all right. And like I went in there, and like my dad's like looking at everything and like scrolling, and he was like, I think I'm gonna get this. I think I really like that. And I was like, I'm just gonna get a spade, like, you know, just to signify that, you know, we got a tattoo in Atlantic City. So I go into like this little like booth, and like they have like these bamboo pole things, like plastic things. Dude does not speak a lick of English, like at all.
Lucky Lou is.
Yeah, no. Lucky Lou was the old guy at the front.
that would stress me out.
Yeah,
I feel like I can generally like no matter what it is, like even if there's language barrier, it's not a huge issue. Like for getting a tattoo, I feel like that would worry me.
So yeah, and so it's like one of those things where, he starts on it, right, and like the not speaking English part is literally just to set the scene of like there isn't like, you know, when you're getting a tattoo, you're having a conversation with the person giving you the tattoo, like you're just shooting the shit, like which helps the tattoo process go by so much faster, other than the constant
Unless
hum.
you do this. Then you have bursts where you guys talk for 15, 20 minutes, and then it's
and then
silence
they have
for
to
an hour.
focus for a minute. It's like, dude,
well,
this-
it's because it's
yeah.
silence. Because I mean, this would like when we did my outlines, I think it was 12 hours.
That's crazy.
a long day for you.
Yeah, it was, and then like each time after that was like anywhere from 4 to 6,
Yeah,
depending. And
that's
I think-
actually fucking
and,
nuts.
And there was like, I had to go. There was a point where I basically had to go there every 2 to 3 weeks.
That's, you know,
I'd go there,
That's
we'd let it
fucking
heal, and then
wild.
weid go back in to finish it, and then I'd let it heal,
see, I
and
don't
then
know if
go
I have
back.
a patience for like something that long.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
These are way more.
well, I
these
think
are
it
easier.
wasn't also in like San Antonio.
Yeah, that also was a factor.
So
Yeah,
you had to
it's-
drive an hour south.
At
to-
2
because I
hours.
was south. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was not.
I remember that trip.
So you gotta get
Yeah.
his tattoo done and then drive back.
Oh
home.
my, no, yeah, that would suck.
Right arm too. Like I am right-handed.
True.
So that also was not fun because I'd be covered in saran wrap.
Oh, I forget they do the saran wrap thing now.
They
Back in the day, it was
have
just paper towels and tape.
So they have new stuff that's it's like fake skin. that
Oh, yeah, yeah, I've heard of
it's
something like that,
adhesive.
too.
Oh, it's great. I went to one tattoo place. I think it was this one, and he didn't have it, and I was like,
Get with the now, old man.
yeah. It was like, bro, how do you? It exists now.
Yeah. He's like too
We're in the
expensive.
future.
I need to know
What the
how much does
fuck?
it cost?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
It's
so,
not expensive. I was able to go buy it at CVS.
So short story long, my dad throws open the bamboo curtain or whatever, and I'm like, I was like, what are you getting? He was like, I changed my mind. I didn't see anything I liked. I was like, you motherfucker.
Oh, that's
I was like, I
awesome.
hate you so much.
Dad baited you in.
Dude,
huh?
he did. And like, he laughed his fucking ass off all weekend. I was like, fuck you, old man.
He planned that.
Like,
shit on
oh,
you.
dude, I think
Damn.
so. I think he knew
The
That's
what
moment he heard
actually
that
awesome.
needle go, bzzz, he goes, "Ha,
That's
fucking got him,
crazy.
dude."
Meanwhile, my mom always hated when I got tattoos. So the fact that like I got one because he insisted on us getting one pissed her off even more. Cause the one I got on my shoulder, like I got when I was 18. And like, you know, it was like one of those where like she barely spoke to me for days because she was so mad I got one.
Damn.
Oh, dude, so there was a tattoo parlor across the street from my school. But it was at my high school. It was like,
Yeah.
you'd walk like a block down the road past the deli and it was there. And I forget what it was. Like I wanted tattoos and I tried to convince my mom to let me get tattoos before I was 18. That didn't work out. I had a couple dots on my arm that I did myself. I tried to like test it with an ink. The ink didn't stay. So it was one of those things where like when you're 18. So I turned 18 my senior year. So it was pretty much like I turned 18 and like a week later, school let out. I walked across the street, went and got a tattoo.
Yeah.
It was this fucking Assassin's Creed symbol.
Hell
I came
yeah.
home. I was like, I got a tattoo. Fucking lost it. I was like, so when I was 18?
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't know you were just gonna go do it. I'm like, yep. And then I got another one like a little while after that.
They're addictive, man. All three that I have, I got within like a year and a half of two years of each other. And then I haven't gotten one in Jesus.
I mean, I knew when I
So
was young.
long.
Like when I was young, I knew that I wanted tattoos. Like I knew that I would be covered in tattoos.
Well, now that I'm older, like I want to be like, I want one that I know I want.
See, that's where I'm at is if I'm going to be doing a tattoo, one, I'd want to set it up in a larger collage style fashion. So as I grow older, I have space to be able to put it and I'm not questioning, fuck, where am I going to put this? It's, this is where
I feel
this is
like-
where, and it's like, you know, like I feel like that's how I'd want to plan it out if I were, you know, if I don't know if I ever feel like it. Like right now, I'm just kind of just chilling. I like just getting tan.
Once I migrate, I feel like I won't be as stressed about it. My main thing is like, because my original plan, and this has always been my plan, is I was like, I'm gonna do my arms first.
Yeah.
Then when my arms are done, then I'm probably gonna get one on my neck, and then I'll move down to my legs.
Just get a really hot tramp stamp.
But I don't really know why I've had this like weird, like I've just always, like even since I was younger, I'm gonna do my arms first. I don't know why. And that has become the stressful thing because now I'm like, okay, so this is all that's left. What goes here?
yeah.
And I've been like trying to figure that out before I migrate. And I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, maybe I should just move it out of my legs, fucking come back later.
Yeah, I mean, if you have an idea for like where you think something would look good at, I don't see the reason why. I think that's like your own head where it's like, I gotta do this first, as opposed to like, no, I want to get one here, so I'm gonna do that first.
No, it is. It's that, and then my plan I was gonna do for I think it was my left or right leg. It doesn't really matter which one. I was gonna have a thing where I was gonna have somebody do an outline down the entirety of my leg. That's just various like abstract
Yeah,
shapes.
you're telling me
And
about
then
that
I
one.
wanted to do a thing where anytime I would travel, I would go somewhere.
That'd be
Find an
cool.
artist, be like, pick a fucking puzzle piece and do what you want.
Yeah.
But the problem is that because the way tattoos have changed, where you most of the time can't just walk in.
I
Yeah.
think you could still find.
I guess.
There's so
when-
many
I think like
people
when
that
we
do
though, he's right.
walk-ins.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
they're like months booked
That's
out.
the problem. So like we went to visit like somebody, visit her family a while back, and while we were there, I reached out to a tattoo artist that like had a style I liked, and was like, hey, I'm gonna be here for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Like I would love to get tattooed. They just never responded.
Well, isn't the
So it just
point
never
of
happened.
the collage idea to get them do their own style?
Yeah. But I don't want to go into like, I don't want to go to a shitty artist.
yeah.
Right.
Like I don't want to go to somebody
well,
who doesn't know what
obviously,
they're
look
doing.
at the
Who just draws
work.
that fancy S.
Yeah.
Obviously, go in and like look at their work.
Yeah.
But no, like anybody worth their salt's going to be probably at least two weeks to a month.
Yeah, the
booked out,
the internet
you know?
has destroyed it. Like Instagram specifically, they all operate on Instagram now. All of them.
Makes sense.
The white woman Instagram, man.
Yeah.
Killed. It's
Tell us your tattoo ideas,
killed the
Billy.
fun.
Yep.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, which tattoo should each of us get?
I want to get the Jinbei tattoo, but I don't know like what.
He's a
want.
homie. Just get him. Just put him in the same spot as me.
Dude, no, I've literally thought about like getting like his fighting fish pose or whatever. I thought about just getting that and just rocking it.
Jinbei's no. I love having Jinbei here because it's like he just looks so sick.
Yeah. That's why I was like looking at it earlier. I was like, damn, I gotta like fucking I gotta pull the trigger on that eventually.
Billy, is this your sign to get a tattoo?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
My
It's
sign.
been answered.
Thanks for watching, Billy. See you next time. Bye.
Enjoy.
Bye.